Welcome back. From the U.S. lifting its COVID testing requirements for international travel and Moderna's OMICRON vaccine and record heat in the forecast. Just a few of the topics, the headlines we're following today, and Dr. Jeff Pothof from UW Health is with us, and so we can ask him all about these. Doctor, I want to start with the recent U.S. lifting of the COVID-19 testing requirement for international travel. What will that mean?
I think this means that travel will be a little bit easier, and it's another indicator that we're moving more into the endemic phase of COVID-19 than the pandemic phase. I think a lot of people will be reassured that if they travel outside of the country, that they might not be stranded in a foreign country because they have a positive test. I think we're able to do this because even though cases are up, we're not seeing that translate into severe disease or hospitalizations. So it makes some sense to start loosening things as it's appropriate.
Moderna has an Omicron-specific vaccine, I guess. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so one of the things the vaccine makers have been trying to do is develop a vaccine that's more protective against Omicron. Originally we had this really high protection against any symptoms at all, 94% or so. With these variants, that's decreased now. We don't get as much protection against any symptoms. If we can have a hybrid vaccine that can likely accommodate new variants, but at the same time has specific protection against Omicron, that could mean less people coming down with any symptoms at all in the fall if they're boosted with a booster that specifically covers Omicron.
Since we have you today, I want to talk a little bit about this near record-breaking heat that we're going to see. What are some general reminders for people to follow as they get out there in the heat today?
Yeah, I think the important thing is to plan ahead. Make sure you have your sunscreen, bring more water along than you anticipate to have. And then for sure, make sure that, you're checking on your neighbors if they don't have air conditioning so that they can get into air conditioning, go to a cooling station, go to a public place that has air conditioning so that we don't have individuals that are overheating, and needing to seek out medical care.
All right, Dr. Jeff Pothof with UW Health, thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday. We appreciate it. And a reminder to stay up to date with today's dangerous heat. TMJ4 News streaming 24/7 on Roku and in the TMJ4 News app.